Greetings, everyone. He is risen. He is risen indeed. Alleluia. It is good to be back with you today. This is Tuesday, and we're coming from our Compassion Center. Just wanted to give you a little view of our linens area and our knick-knack areas. And so just going to turn the camera around here to allow us to see a better view of what all this is. So here we have our linen area in the Compassion Center. And as you can see, we get a lot of donations for bedding, for sheets, and all different types of linen things. We have picture frames, we have knickknacks, sometimes a lot of seasonal things come in. Our Compassion Center is it's a thrift store, and it's open Tuesday through Friday at 10 to 4:30, and so we do take in donations. As you can see, we have all sorts of things that we let families have at reduced prices, and it's been a great ministry for us in reaching out to the community. So that was just a little bit about some of the things that we have here, things that can be donated on a regular basis. If you have things laying around, spring cleaning's coming up, and so think about us here at the Compassion Center. Again, it's a thrift store, and we're open Tuesdays through Fridays from 10 to 4:30. Today's psalm is Psalm 95. And let's dig into this. Oh, come, let us sing to the Lord. Let us make a joyful noise to the rock of our salvation. Let us come into his presence with thanksgiving. Let us make a joyful noise to him with songs of praise. For the Lord is a great God and a great King above all gods. And in his hand are the depths of the earth, the heights of the mountains are his also. The sea is his, for he made it, and his hands formed the dry land. O come, let us worship and bow down. Let us kneel before the Lord, our Maker, for he is our God, and we are the people of his pasture, and the sheep of his hand. Today, if you hear his voice, do not harden your hearts as at Meribah, as on the day of Massah in the wilderness, when your fathers put me to the test and put me to the proof, though they had seen my work. For 40 years I loathed that generation and said, they are a people who go astray in their heart, and they have not known my ways. Therefore I swore in my wrath, they shall never enter my rest. One of the things that stuck out for me, especially today, was this passage. It says in verses 8 and 9, it says, today if you hear my voice, do not harden your hearts as at Meribah, as on the day of Massah in the wilderness, when your fathers put me to the test and put me to the proof, though they had seen my work. And Massah and Meribah comes from Exodus 17, where it is talking about the people in the wilderness grumbling that they didn't have any water. It says, therefore the people quarreled with Moses and said, give us water to drink. And Moses said to them, why do you quarrel with me? Why do you test the Lord? But the people thirsted there for water, and the people grumbled against Moses and said, why did you bring us out of Egypt to kill us and our children and our livestock with thirst? And so God told Moses to strike the rock at Horeb, and he did, and water came out, but they called the place Massah and Meribah because it means testing and quarreling. The last part of that section in chapter 17, it says, is the Lord among us or not? And that's certainly a question to be asked in today's adventure that we're on with COVID-19. But the psalmist is saying, do not harden your hearts as at Meribah on the day of Massah in the wilderness, and put to the proof, though they had seen my work. At this point, we're going into week 5 of this, and it has, hopefully it will be coming out of it soon, but we don't know exactly when. And our hearts can kind of grow weary of all this. I know I am. Just knowing that this could be the way things are for the next couple of weeks at least is just incredible. Yesterday, or Sunday, Easter, it was just sad that we couldn't be together. But the Lord is still faithful, and He will get us through this. And it's easy for us to doubt that, and as we get further and further into this, but He is a God who is going to provide and continue to be with us no matter what. And so I hope that helps take a little heart today in the midst of this daunting task that we have before us of persevering through this. I pray that you would find that strength and that peace, and know that God is still with you no matter what. Well, that's it for today. We'll look at Psalm 96 tomorrow. And so until then, blessings.